Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive into today's crypto news. And wow, looks like we've got some really juicy headlines to dig into today. We're talking Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, a meme coin trader making millions seemingly overnight, and even whispers about a Shiba Inu whale potentially making history.
Yeah, it seems like every day there's a new story in the crypto world that just blows your mind. It really captures the excitement and dynamism of this space, From institutional adoption to the meme coin craze, it just shows how quickly things can change and how much potential there is.
Absolutely. So let's jump right into it with Bitcoin. It's the star of the show today, absolutely smashing through its previous all-time high to reach over $94,000. It's not just a number on a screen either. In the Crypto News latest cryptocurrency news article, it mentions that this makes Bitcoin the seventh largest asset globally. It's even surpassed silver. It's going to mean something, right?
Yeah, it's a huge EE milestone. This price surge we're seeing isn't just about speculation. It really reflects a growing acceptance of Bitcoin by mainstream institutions. Take MicroStrategy, for example. They just raised $2.6 billion for Bitcoin purchases. That kind of confidence from an established company like that definitely sends a strong signal to the market.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if we'll see other companies following suit, especially with Bitcoin outperforming so many traditional assets.
Yeah.
But I also saw in Cointelegraph that some analysts are sounding the alarm. They're talking about a potential sell-off and pointing to something called decreasing Bitcoin dormancy. What exactly does that mean?
Well, Bitcoin dormancy refers to how long coins have been held without moving.
Yeah.
So a decrease in dormancy basically means that more long-held Bitcoin is entering circulation.
Okay, I'm following.
Now, this could mean a few things. It might signal profit-taking by long-term holders who are cashing in on these record highs. Or it could indicate a shift in sentiment, maybe even some fear driving sales. It's definitely something to watch closely.
So while some are celebrating, others are bracing for impacts. There's always this undercurrent of uncertainty with crypto, even amidst these incredible milestones. Speaking of wild rides, did you see that story about the meme coin trader who rode the TJY wave to millions? I mean, turning $21,000 into $2.68 million in just 4 days? That's insane.
Yeah, it's a remarkable story, and it highlights both the incredible opportunities and the inherent risks in the meme coin space. It's important to remember that these coins are often driven by hype and speculation, not necessarily underlying value. And we saw a stark example of this in Cointelegraph with that rug pull incident. Investors lost everything.
It's a good reminder that while potential rewards can be huge, meme coins are incredibly volatile. It's like playing a high-stakes game of chance. Speaking of high stakes, let's talk about the Shiba Inu whale holding 10% of the entire SIB supply. This person turned a $10,000 investment into $2.5 billion. Could this be the greatest trade in history? I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah. It is a truly remarkable return on investment, and it highlights the potential impact of whales in the crypto market. This whale's actions could significantly influence SHIB's price. Like if they decided to do a large sell-off, it could send the price plummeting.
It's almost like they have their finger on the pulse of the entire Shiba Inu community. What do you think they'll do next?
It's hard to say, really, but their continued holding of SHIB could actually be a good sign. It might signal long-term confidence in the project. There's also the potential for what's called capital rotation, where investors move their holdings from one asset to another. So imagine a scenario where Dogecoin holders start shifting their assets to Shiba Inu. That could fuel a significant price rally for SHIB.
Doge versus Shiba, huh? It's the ultimate meme coin showdown. But stepping back from the meme coin frenzy for a moment, I noticed some pretty significant news on the regulatory front. Crypto News, latest cryptocurrency news, reported that South Korea is planning to implement a 20% crypto tax in 2025. And Russia is cracking down on crypto mining in occupied Ukrainian territories. It seems like governments are really starting to take notice of the crypto world.
Oh, absolutely. These developments highlight the growing global conversation around crypto regulation. Governments are trying to figure out how to balance fostering innovation with protecting investors, and of course, ensuring stability within their financial systems. South Korea's tax policy seems like an attempt to generate revenue from crypto activities, while Russia's actions seem more focused on control and security concerns.
It makes you wonder what all this means for the future of crypto. Is the Wild West era coming to an end? I also saw that Galaxy Digital is raising $300 million to expand its Bitcoin mining operations. It seems like a pretty bold move considering all the scrutiny and potential regulation.
It is an interesting contrast. On one hand, you have governments trying to exert more control, and on the other, you have companies like Galaxy Digital doubling down on their crypto investments. It suggests that despite all the regulatory uncertainty, the industry sees a strong future for crypto.
It's definitely a fascinating dynamic. governments tightening the reins in some areas, while innovation and investment continue to push the boundaries. And it's not just big companies making moves either. We talk about that meme coin trader's success. But it's important to remember that meme coins are just one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. The crypto world is incredibly diverse. There's a wide range of projects and technologies out there beyond just the meme coin hype. It's essential to look beyond the headlines and really explore the underlying fundamentals of different crypto assets. Like, for instance, we're seeing a lot of development in the world of decentralized finance, or DeFi as it's known, which aims to create a more open and accessible financial system.
DeFi definitely seems to be gaining a lot of traction. Speaking of exciting developments, did you see the news about BlackRock launching Bitcoin ETF options? BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager. And apparently they had a massive opening day with 354,000 trades. It seems like institutional interest in Bitcoin is reaching a whole new level.
Yeah, BlackRock's entry into the Bitcoin ETF market is a huge EE development. It lends further legitimacy to Bitcoin as an investable asset, and it opens up access to a much wider pool of investors. And it's not just BlackRock. Grayscale is also getting ready to launch their own Bitcoin ETF options. It seems like the floodgates are opening for institutional participation in the crypto space.
It's almost like the traditional financial world is finally acknowledging the potential of crypto. But I imagine this influx of institutional money could also have its downsides.
That's a valid point. Some people argue that increased institutional involvement could lead to greater centralization, and that could potentially erode the whole decentralized ethos that underpins crypto. Finding the right balance between mainstream adoption and preserving the core principles of crypto, that's going to be a crucial challenge moving forward.
It's like walking a tightrope between innovation and regulation. Speaking of navigating tricky terrain, there's been an update on the FTX saga. Remember the collapse of FTX and the shockwaves it sent through the crypto community? Well, it turns out Gary Wang, the former FTX founder, has been spared prison time, despite his involvement in the fraud case.
Yeah, it's a complicated situation. Wang's cooperation with authorities probably played a big role in his lenient sentencing. He provided crucial information that helped unravel the whole FTX fraud, so in a way, justice has been served. But the FTX collapse still serves as a stark reminder of the importance of transparency and accountability within the crypto space.
It's a lesson that the industry can't afford to ignore. So we've covered Bitcoin's record high, the cautious whispers of a potential sell-off, the meme coin roller coaster, and the evolving regulatory landscape. But there's a whole universe of altcoins out there beyond just Bitcoin.
What are some of the other exciting developments happening in the altcoin scene?
Yeah, it feels like there's always something new popping up in the altcoin world. I saw that Cardano is seeing a surge in whale transactions. They're at a 5-month high, actually. Does that mean we should be paying attention?
Whale activity is often seen as a bullish signal. When large holders start accumulating or moving their assets, it can indicate a shift in market sentiment. Some analysts believe that Cardano is poised for a pretty significant price move, with predictions ranging up to $10.
Wow, $10 would be quite a jump. It seems like there's always a buzz around Cardano, and it consistently ranks really high in terms of development activity. But it's not the only altcoin making waves. I also noticed that Solana has been grabbing headlines lately, with its daily revenue hitting an all-time high. I even saw a report about Solana overtaking Ethereum as the top chain on Nansen. What's driving all this activity?
Well, Solana has been gaining a lot of traction because of its fast transaction speeds and low fees, which make it really attractive for developers and users. A significant portion of this recent activity seems to be driven by meme coins, actually.
So meme coin mania is finding a new home on the Solana blockchain.
It seems that way.
Meme coins really do have a way of shaking things up. But beyond all the meme coin frenzy, there's also been a lot of talk about stable coins. What role do you see stablecoins playing in this whole evolving crypto landscape?
Stablecoins are becoming an increasingly important part of the crypto ecosystem. They offer a way to hedge against the volatility of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which makes them attractive for everyday transactions and as a store of value. We're seeing some interesting developments in the stablecoin space, like Sky's USDS stablecoin is expanding to the Solana network. It's becoming multi-chain.
So it's like a stablecoin bridge connecting different blockchain islands. That's pretty cool. It seems like there's constant innovation happening in the crypto world, even with all the regulatory uncertainty and the shadow of the FTX collapse still lingering. So as we wrap up our deep dive into today's crypto headlines, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
I think the main thing is that crypto is such a dynamic and constantly evolving space. We're seeing institutional adoption accelerate, regulatory frameworks starting to take shape, and continuous innovation pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's definitely an exciting time to be following the crypto world, but it's also important to stay informed, understand the risks, and approach investments with caution.
Couldn't agree more. Do your research, stay curious, and remember that the crypto world is full of surprises.
Great advice. Well, thanks for joining us on this crypto adventure. Until next time, happy exploring.